Hey, 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 we are live. We are live. It is a Monday, and that means that it is getting down to business live with Lisa. I am here every Monday to talk business with you, to talk about concepts and trainings, ideas, and today is no exception. So as you come on board, please pop in and say hello. Let me check everything and make sure it is flowing here. And I actually had a special setup for you really quick. Okay, I see that. So where is my, all right, I'm going to give it a second while you guys come on board. All right, and then I'll find my share. I have a share for you. And now it went away. Where did it go? Let's see. All right, I will find it. So, all right, I would love to know, say, oh, hello. Let me know who's here, where you're joining from. So let's dive right into this concept. First of all, I want to start off with asking you the question, are you familiar with the term, the circle of focus? The circle of focus. So give me a yes or a no. If you're catching the replay, let me know below as well. Are you familiar with the term the circle of focus? So really quick, I'm going to need to, okay, there it is. Okay, great. I want to be able to pull this up for you so you can see, because we're going to dive into what the circle of focus is. Now, I'm sure, again, most of you are probably familiar. You hear lots of business and coaches, talking about focus and et cetera. And again, this is in addition to that. But this is a concept that I want to walk you through. And I'm actually going to encourage you, if it's possible, for you to have a paper and pen or pencil ready, or pen and paper. Because I'm actually going to have you, this is interactive. I'm going to have you draw this out. I'm going to have you write this out as we go. So grab a paper and pen as we dive into the circle of focus. Now, let's see. I know that there's a lot going on tonight, so I'm going to try and keep this as on point as possible while you guys are in here. I just want to make sure everything the feed is playing. All right. Well, here we go. I'm going all out, so hopefully you can join in as we go. Now, the circle of focus is actually a concept that was shared, and you may be familiar with it through Dan Henry. So if you know who Dan Henry is, this is actually a training from him. And I wanted to share this because not everybody knows Dan Henry, not everyone knows who he is and how he teaches this. Now, he shared that he actually learned, or he developed this concept after working with another gentleman who you may or may not know. His name is Sam Ovens. Sam Ovens is amazing. His trainings are incredible. And actually, Dan hired and started working with Sam Ovens. And in working together and understanding how to focus for their business, this concept was designed. Okay. And I'm going to give you, again, this is going to be very visual. I'm going to have you draw this out. I'm going to draw this out, and I'm going to do a screen share as well. So I want to walk you through the concept of this. So first of all, again, quick question. Are you familiar with the term, the circle of focus? So give me a yes or no, never heard of it, whatever. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, so let me put this up here, the circle of focus. Now, the concept is to master. So the overall thing here, the whole concept of this is to master one thing. Okay, master one thing so well that you can actually delegate it, not just outsource, but actually delegate whatever that thing is. Okay, that's the concept of this. So again, we're talking, very high level business people, right? When they get, they perfect something so well, and then boom, they delegate it out. Okay, so that's the concept of the circle of focus. Now, are you guys ready to learn this simple concept? So give me a yes. Let me know you are ready to jump in and learn the concept. Now, as I mentioned, I want you to take out a pen and paper, something to write with, something to draw with. And the very first thing I'm going to have you do, let me open this up here. Let's see where I have it. There it is. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to get this on the screen here for you in 1 second. Okay. So the very first thing I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you draw a big circle. Okay, because we're talking about a circle, right? So I want you to draw on your paper a circle. somewhere inside the circle, actually on the outside of the circle, what you're going to entitle this whole circle is a project or something that you're working on, right? A project, a program, whatever. So perhaps maybe you're putting together an online course, okay? So let's just say you're working on offering an online course or putting together an online course. And you guys, this is actually one of the systems that we walk our clients through. So when they're ready to, when they've got all the foundational components done in their business, okay, one of the systems that we walk them through is how do you design and map this out, okay? So I'm just going to use this as an example for this process so you understand the process. Now, so let's just say that you want to design an online course, or you want to offer an online course. And in order to grow it, okay, when it's ready, you're going to perhaps need to do several things, right? In order to get people to see it and to hear about it, to learn about it, etc. Okay, so several things that you're going to need to do. So let's see here. Let me make sure. Okay, so I'm going to do a screen share here really quick. Share screen. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, so there we are. Let me see if I can there we go. There it is. So as I said, you're drawing a circle. And for this particular thing, again, it can be whatever it is that you're working on, a project let's just say that's creating an online course. Okay. Now, again, I'm just putting this in here, but you can put it on the outside or anywhere else. Okay. Now, in order to grow this course and to get people to hear about it, to learn about it, to want to purchase it, perhaps one of the things you're going to need to do is run Facebook ads. Okay, let's just say you're ready for that. You've done other things. There's a million things that you could be doing. I'm just going to say Facebook ads just for the ease of it. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down Facebook ads in one spot. So actually right there where it says online course, actually I would say Facebook ads. So write Facebook ads. I thought I'd change that, but I guess I did it on my other screen. So this should say Facebook ads right here. Okay. So let's just say that says Facebook ads. In order to grow this online course, how much of the circle, I want you to answer my question, how much of the circle is taken up by Facebook ads? Okay. You guys, let me know. Type into the box, how much of the circle is taken up, if this said right here, if this says Facebook ads, okay? So that would be 100%, right? 100% of that circle is Facebook ads. That's the only thing that's in there, okay? So if you said 100%, great. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to write down something else that you need to do to promote your program, okay? Something else that you need to do to promote your program. So let's say, maybe you want to do a podcast or a podcast interview or something like that. So let's just say podcast. Let's say you want to put together a podcast. So I want you to go ahead and draw a line through the circle separating the two. It should look something like this. Okay. So now you can see I have Facebook ads here on the left, podcast on the right. So it's about 50%. It's 50-50. Okay. 50-50. Okay. See that? Perfect. All right. So you've drawn the line down the center and it's separating the two. So it should look what you see here on the screen. Now you're going to notice that instead of giving that 100% effort that you had in the first circle, you're now giving 50% effort to two different things. Okay. 50% effort to two different things. When was the last time you heard of something succeeding by giving only 50% effort? Just want you to think about this. Now this is a concept. Okay. Because we're going to dive into this a little bit more. This is a concept. Okay. Now, again, you got 50% here, 50% of your attention is going to Facebook ads, 50% is going to a podcast. Now, let's start putting in whatever else it is that you're doing. So, or that you want to do in order to promote this. So perhaps it's, doing blog posts, maybe it's Facebook Lives and email campaigns and search engine optimization, et cetera, right? All of these different things, it begins to look like a pizza. So it might start looking like something like this. Okay, so we got blogging and email campaigns and a podcast, search engine optimization. Maybe you're doing YouTube videos, Facebook ads, as we mentioned, Facebook group. Maybe you're growing a Facebook group and you're doing Facebook Lives in there. So now, again, I have 8 different things going on here. So now you can see that now is breaking down your attention span, that you're only giving 12.5%. And this is only with 8 different things going on. Right? You may have a whole bunch more going on in here, and I just have 8 things. So now you can see that by giving only a 10% or a 12% effort on any one thing. That's what you're giving here, because you're spreading all of this around here and everywhere. So you're giving a 10% or more effort on any one of those things. So how do you expect to grow a business by giving 10 to 15% effort? Okay, that's my question for you. How do you expect to grow a business by giving a 10 to 15% effort? Okay, so this is about focusing and mastering each area until it is a well-oiled machine. Okay, this is the concept I want you to understand. So understanding that you work on one key area and you master it until you have it completely down, right? It's working super well. It's super, clean line, super clean. Everything's, firing. For example, our Certified Fitness Nutrition Specialist program. Okay, we've been offering and sharing that program and the CEU program for 17 years. Okay, that is a well-oiled machine. We have it down pat. We know exactly the process. We know exactly what happens. We know exactly all of the steps in there. That's a well-oiled machine, right? So that's something that we have team members that take over. When you get to that point, that's when you have team members who can handle it or have it automated to the point where everything works very clearly. And if anything comes up, you get notified of it. Now, again, if you outsource it, just be sure that you have ample time to work with the person, so that they are able to get the most out of it, so that you're able to get the most out of that person who's working it. Okay, so that you have systems and processes in place. This is exactly what it is that we teach. Okay. So let's go into this a little bit more. So out of all of these things here, let's just say you're thinking about starting a podcast, okay? So this is really, really common, you guys. Let's just say you're thinking of starting a podcast. Ask yourself if your current advertising system is fully built out, okay? Can you literally create an entire advertising system for this podcast? Or what about maybe it's your email sequence, right? The email campaign. Is that completely set up? Is it working and bringing in consistent clients? If you get a no on any of these, then you have no business starting a blog or a podcast. Or worse yet, one of the biggest things we see is people who want to start a book, right? Who they want to write a book. I cannot tell you guys, how many times people get sidetracked, okay? And they don't have the key area, the primary component of their business of working as a well-oiled machine. Again, I'm going to use our example of our Certified Fitness Nutrition Specialist program. That was our primary offering. When we went online, we did that and nothing but that. We had products that we sold, right? Like that's because our clients knew us. We were, our nutrition clients, so we were providing, products for them, but they weren't a primary component of our business. Our primary component of our business was that Certified Fitness Nutrition Specialist. We did everything, initially it was all manual. We did everything, every single piece was manually done. Then we systematized it. We create systems for it. Then we automated it, right? Everything went online. We have so many more tools and resources now to be able to do that. Right? So we have it down as a well-oiled machine before we ever evolved into the next steps, right? Into then, the coaching of it, taking people and how to apply it into their businesses. Okay. If you don't have those components set up, you have no business starting on some of these other components, right? Doing a podcast, or like I said, a book. And a book is probably one of the biggest challenges I see with people getting sidetracked because they think what the book is going to do for them. Now, again, I just want to caution you about getting away from the shiny object syndrome. Okay, this is exactly why we take our clients through what we call the core entrepreneurial process, the CEP, right? Again, it's just like this. It's a circle. It's a cycle that helps them clearly identify where they should focus on next in their business. Okay, where should you focus next in your business? This helps you say yes or no to things that come into your focus, right? This is exactly the process. When you understand this cycle along with the core entrepreneurial process, you understand what is taking away your focus, right? What is taking away your focus? If this is not contributing to your bottom line, then what it's doing is it's diluting your focus. It's diluting where your direction should go. Okay, this is the piece that is so important, and it's so easy to understand when you take a look at this graphic. Okay, so to quote a gentleman by the name of John Carmack, focus is a matter of deciding what things you are not going to do. Okay, what you are not going to do. And our acronym that we always use is focus on one course until successful. Focus on one course until successful. Let me put that on here. So, one course until successful. Okay, that's what focus stands for. This is really key, you guys. Focus on one course until successful, because that means once you have that up and running, then is the time to then move on to the next piece. Okay, make sure that it is a proven model. Make sure that it is a proven idea. Okay, so this is really, really key on understanding this process. Okay, now it doesn't mean that you're going to be doing only one thing all the time. That's not what this means. Okay, it's understanding how much are you diluting your focus on creating something until successful. Okay, so we have a comment. Let's see, what do we have here? Hey, Carla, nice to see you. How are you? Okay, so again, you guys, you'll be able to catch us from the beginning, but as you go back through and understand this process, okay, it's about drawing this out and understanding how not to dilute your focus. Okay, so it's the concept of this. So again, unless you have any questions, guys, I know this is really a quick teaching, but I wanted to make sure that you get super clear on the concept of this. When you get clear on this, this will help keep you on track. This is why I talk about the core entrepreneurial process. When you understand where you're at in that cycle, it's things like this, as they come up, it allows you to decide if that it will take you off track or not, right? Is that in the cycle? Is that the next thing for you to focus on or not? Okay. Yeah. And so Carla, you can go back to the beginning here. I outlined all of this. You can draw this out. It's just a simple concept, but it's an easy way to understand whether you're diluting your attention and your focus. Okay. So again, the key here, the rewatch from the beginning. Well, and again, I wanted to keep it super simple because it's a simple concept, but I want to be really clear that you understand that it's not, again, we have to run a business, right? So obviously we have to do the things to run our business and keep our business running, but it's about understanding about not diluting your focus from, again, if you're just creating a course, you have 100% focus. If you split it up with two things that you need to do to get that course out there, now it's 50-50, right? You're splitting that attention. And then when you start adding in all of the things that you think you need to do, again, this is what happens. So go back to the beginning. I walk you through the process about how to structure it so that you roll it out piece by piece. Okay. Also, just understanding this is it's a concept. It's not like a hardcore, it's not like you can't do these things. It's about understanding the process of how to add them in and when to add them in. Okay. So that's really our teaching today. It is, let me get back to my banner, the circle of focus. Again, this is to help you get clarity on how to move forward and to get things accomplished and be able to move forward into the next thing, how to bring on team members once you've got the systems down, okay? So I shared earlier, this is exactly what we did with our certified fitness nutrition specialist that's now been around for 17 years. It is a cornerstone of our business, but it's something that we, again, it's basically automated except for some key pieces where we have to interact with them. But we got that piece down. We created it from scratch. We developed it, we got it working, then we systematized it, okay? So understanding those processes so that we didn't dilute our attention. We made sure that everything was working right, then you systematize it, right? Is everything going good? Then you systematize it, then you automate it. So that's really the process, you guys. Again, it is understanding that you focus on one course until successful. So that's the teaching. You can go back, catch this. I know, there's a lot of stuff going on tonight. So hopefully people will catch us. Let me know if you have any questions on the concept of this. I was sharing this forward. I'm going to be talking a lot this month about focus and understanding the core entrepreneurial process. Again, so especially as we start to wrap up the end of the year, Understand that we're going to do a lot more teaching on these, on all of these concepts at our live event. So again, really quick, the monetizeyournutritionknowledge.com. We're actually going to dial this stuff in and talk about understanding where you're at in the core entrepreneurial process. So I'm going to be sharing a lot this month about focus, okay? Understanding how to create better processes and habits. And I by no means am an expert at this, okay? It's always a work in progress for me as well, okay? It's always a work in progress for me as well. So get clear on the circle of focus. You can easily draw this out, map it out. I walk you through it. And you guys, I have more really great things coming up for you this month. So stay tuned. Again, more expert interviews coming up, more trainings this month. So stay tuned. Oh, I see a little, hold on. Let's see here. Great. So what is your biggest struggle then? Is it focus, or is it about not getting sidetracked with the shiny object syndrome? That's really my question for you. Is it actually being able to like set a clear concept of one item and dial in on that? Or is it, how do you avoid the bright shiny object syndrome? Because that's something I think we're going to talk about. Is what are processes or systems that you can put in place to be able to weed those things out, right? Like to kind of keep your blinders on for those. So not getting sidetracked. Okay, got it. Cool. So I'm going to probably do a survey in here. I think this is a great topic to be talking about this month. That's all part of focus. So again, my theme for the month is that, not getting sidetracked. I'll come up. I will be sharing with you. We can be having conversations about resources and tools and tips that you can use to not get sidetracked. I will share with you, and I'll be straight up with this, and we'll do a whole talk just on not getting sidetracked. This was something I had to work on a lot and understand, and really it's more about mindset than anything else, okay? I'm going to leave you with that. It is more about mindset than it is about all the bright, shiny objects that pop up for you. So I think, Carla, thank you for the suggestion. I think we will do this next Monday. This will be our topic for next Monday on, again, the theme of focus and not getting sidetracked. Great. I appreciate your input on that. And I'm going to let you go. We want to keep this short and sweet. And I look forward to seeing you next Monday, if not before. I probably will be popping in with some surprises. There's a lot going on this month. So we're going to keep it light. I know there's a lot happening. We want to give, everyone the opportunity to breathe through what is going on in our world. And I don't want to be, interfering with all of that. I think this week we just want to be easy with ourselves, some self-care, some time to be able to relax and be in a good place, no matter what, okay? And know that we are all here supporting each other, okay? So with that, I know that this is going to be a strange week, and I look forward to seeing you next Monday, same place, same bat time, same bat place, and we'll dial into the topic of not getting sidetracked, okay? Have a great night. Let me go back to this. It is wonderful to see you. For those of you joining on the replay or catching the replay, pop in #replay below and let me know if you have any questions on the circle. Hold on, let me put this back up there. On the circle of focus. Have a great week, everybody. Stay centered, stay calm, and I'll see you next Monday. All right. Bye-bye, everyone.